Let's take a look at the 5 key habits of highly successful entrepreneurs. The first one is going to be relentless learning and adaptability. As an entrepreneur, we know that we are only as good as the knowledge in our head and our ability to execute. So, as you think about that key habit, we want to ask questions such as, what do I need to know to be great at this endeavor that I am pursuing? Are there others that I need to learn from? Because if you want to be a leader, an industry leader, then we must have the knowledge, we must have a solid foundation so that we can be the entrepreneur that we dream and aspire to be. Now, as an entrepreneur, no matter what year it is, no matter what industry, no matter what the market is like or your marketplace is like, we must be adaptable. This means that you can roll when the punches are thrown. When the sun is shining, that things are going well, you're making the most of it. When the clouds come out and cover up that sun, you're also going to be able to adapt, because what we do know is the reason why people dream of being entrepreneurs is for the freedom, for the excitement, for the control. But there are situations, there are times that those very same things that excite us also scare us out. So being able to be a learner and to adapt are going to make all the difference in the world of the highly successful entrepreneur. Now, habit number 2 is going to be getting goal clarity and strategic planning. Now, this is probably not why you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur or you are an entrepreneur, the strategic planning part. But first, let's talk about goal clarity. How clear are the goals that you have for yourself personally and professionally and the endeavor in which you've chosen to tackle? Do you know exactly what your key performance indicators are, those KPIs? Do you know how you're going to measure? Do you even have a goal at all? And by goal, we're going to reference what Jim Rohn would say: a dream or a goal that is not written down is nothing but a dream. So are your goals clear enough that a 5-year-old could explain them to a 5-year-old? If not, maybe suggestively, we want to go back and start writing those goals down. Start seeing, are they realistic? Are they what we would call SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound? If not, that would be a great place for you to start. And that's going to help us with our strategic planning as we go through, see the type of finances, maybe the collaborations, which we'll talk about in a moment, that we need, maybe the learning that we need to attain as well. Or the strategic planning might just be asking, are we in the right industry? Are we in the right marketplace? Do we have the right tools, training, and systems in place? Or do we need to go back and revamp some things so that we can be better entrepreneurs, better leaders, and actually make a difference in the industry? Habit number 3 of highly successful entrepreneurs are going to be effective time management and prioritization. I like to call it productivity mastery, but the best amongst us in this entrepreneurial space, they have the uncanny ability to almost create time by prioritizing. Now, if you're anything like me, you've heard for many years that you need to schedule or you need to prioritize your schedule. Well, that is not what we want to do as a highly successful entrepreneur. Our goal should be to schedule our priorities. Put those big rocks, those non-negotiables on your calendar first. That means things such as your time to take care of yourself physically, mentally, those dollar-producing activities or income-producing activities, DPAs or IPAs. We want to make sure those get on the calendars first. So what are those? Those might be your prospecting time. It might be your quiet thinking time, maybe your workout time that we want to get scheduled. We know that as an entrepreneur, If you want to double your income, the number one way is to double the amount of time that you spend in front of your prospect. So build that time into your calendar and schedule it. If we schedule our priorities instead of prioritizing our schedules, we'll find ourselves being much more efficient, productive, and profitable. So that's going to be key habit number 3. Now, we alluded to habit number 4 just briefly, and that's going to build strong networks and collaboration. Anything that's worth building as an entrepreneur is going to be worth building with someone else. If you can do it alone, if I can do it alone, it's not big enough. We want to collaborate. We want to build strong, lasting networks and relationships, because we know that the more of us that work together, the bigger the dream, the stronger the foundation, and the higher we can reach as entrepreneurs. So if you're trying to do this thing by yourself, may I strongly encourage you to look around, see who it is that you need to lock arms with. Who do you need to get connected with? Could you be an alpha connector? Maybe you don't have all the answers. Maybe your role, even in this entrepreneurial venture, is just to come up with the ideas. Maybe you have a specific skill set that needs someone to come alongside you and say, hey, you're really great at these 2 things. But if we were to put you with someone else, now, instead of 2 + 2 = 4, it will make 22, right? So just a little fun thing there. Maybe the whole idea, if you're great with communication, but you're not so great on the back end with the bookkeeping, partner up, see who can help you. Maybe there's someone, another entrepreneurial mind and heart that's chasing after the same thing, that just needs what you have, and vice versa. And then habit number 5, maybe the most important habit, is going to be resilience and the ability to embrace failure. There you have it. I said the F word, failure. Are you resilient enough to enjoy the highs and endure the lows? Because as a longtime entrepreneur, I want to tell you, the lows are coming. That's the good news and the bad news. Good news because you can anticipate them, you can expect them. Bad news because it's just a part of life. We are going to have to be resilient if we want to be counted amongst the elite few and leave the mediocre many who crumble at the first sign of challenge and failure. We must be able to embrace failure. We must be resilient, have thick skin, take things into our minds, into our hearts, read, listen, watch things that are going to fill us up, have a foundation that no matter how strong the winds blow, no matter how hard the waves crash, that we can be resilient as an entrepreneur. Well, these were the 5 tips of highly successful, 5 habits of highly successful entrepreneurs. Hopefully you are already embracing many of these 5. If not, I would like to know in the comment section, which of the 5 are you needing the most work on, or which of the 5 you're already comfortable in and that you're going to build upon. I would love for you to comment, share this content with those that you might find find it valuable. Also, like this video, give me a thumbs up, man. I'm here for you. And most importantly, be sure to subscribe to this channel so that you can get more valuable content just like we delivered today. Remember, I love you, God loves you, and there's nothing you can do about it. And until the next time I see you or you see me, don't be average, be world renowned. Peace.